Imagine waking up one morning and everything feels wrong. Your bed snaps under your weight. The ceiling is now barely above your head. Your hands are enormous. Your voice echoes like thunder. Because overnight, you and every human on Earth grew to between 3 and 5 meters tall. No explanation. No warning. Just a world transformed in a single night. Today, we explore exactly what would happen if all humans suddenly became giants. What breaks first, our cities, our economy, or our biology? How long before civilization collapses or evolves into something entirely new? Let's begin. Welcome to NextTerra. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The moment everyone grows several times larger, the world is plunged into chaos. Almost every object humans rely on instantly becomes useless. A bed's collapse. A chair's splinter. A doors are too small. A cars cannot fit a single passenger. A public transportation becomes impossible. A ceilings trap people inside their homes. Millions become stuck inside buildings because they physically cannot exit through doorways. Hospitals overload not with injuries, but with people suffering panic attacks, broken bones, and dislocations caused simply by waking up giant-sized. Emergency services, completely disabled. Fire trucks, ambulances, and helicopters cannot accommodate giant humans. The world freezes. Human bodies were never meant to be this huge. And instantly, biology becomes the biggest threat. 1. Bones struggle with the new weight. The force on knees, ankles, and hips increases exponentially. Many people collapse under their own mass. 2. Hearts cannot keep up. A 5-meter tall human needs a heart many times stronger to pump blood all the way up to the brain. Millions experience dizziness, fainting, and organ strain. 3. Oxygen becomes scarce. Lungs must be massive to supply enough oxygen. But our lungs, though bigger, aren't strong enough. Breathing becomes heavy, slow, exhausting. 4. Vision changes. With larger eyes, light scattering increases. Colors look slightly washed out. Depth perception becomes strangely distorted. The first day becomes a global medical catastrophe. Now imagine 8 billion giants trying to live in cities, built for people 1/3 their size. Transportation ends completely. Cars, too small. Buses, too small. Trains, impossible to enter. Planes, a joke. Humanity becomes a walking species again. But walking is painfully slow and exhausting. Housing becomes impossible. Every building must be abandoned. Homes, apartments, workplaces, even skyscrapers are now cramped. Cities transform into giant prisons. Millions flee outside, seeking open space just to breathe. The modern world becomes uninhabitable overnight. This is where things get terrifying. A human 3 times taller needs at least 8 to 12 times more calories daily. The global food supply collapses instantly. Supermarkets empty within hours. Agriculture cannot scale. Livestock and crops are consumed at a rate so extreme that shortages appear worldwide in a single day. Humanity is now facing starvation. Civilization's biggest Achilles heel has finally been exposed. A giant world consumes giant energy, but giants don't fit in power plant control rooms. They cannot operate machinery. Nuclear facilities cannot be accessed. Oil rigs become unmanageable. Wind turbines and solar farms cannot be maintained manually. Within 72 hours, the world goes dark. The silence that follows is the quietest moment in modern human history. When buildings become unusable and food becomes scarce, giant humans begin to migrate en masse to open landscapes, plains, valleys, farmlands, deserts, coastlines. Highways become rivers of people. Farmlands are trampled involuntarily. Forests are crushed underfoot. Wildlife flees in terror. Earth becomes a planet of enormous nomads. 3 to 5 meter humans permanently reshape the environment. 1. Forest devastation. Every step crushes saplings. Paths widen into giant corridors. Entire ecosystems collapse. 2. Coastline erosion. Millions gather near water sources. Shorelines erode rapidly under increased weight. 3. Soil destruction. Heavy footsteps compress soil, making agriculture nearly impossible. The planet begins changing faster than scientists can document. With scarce food and no infrastructure, governments dissolve in real time. Armies cannot use their weapons or vehicles. Police cannot enforce laws. Nations lose control. Humanity breaks into decentralized groups, survival clusters, and nomadic tribes.
Coopérative méga-village.
Some hoard resources, others share them. Some turn violent. A new world order emerges from the chaos. Weeks pass. Humans begin adapting. Tools become handmade. Massive spears, stone tools, wooden structures. New shelters are built. Giant huts of wood and metal scraps. Communication changes. Giants use low, resonant voices that travel long distances. And slowly, the giant world organizes itself. After months of survival, giant humans begin rebuilding civilization. Mega dwellings. Huge open structures made of steel beams and trees. Wide path cities. Natural formations where migration paths merge. Water harvesting towers, built to collect rainfall for enormous bodies. Fire pits instead of stoves. Cooking requires heat at a different scale. A primitive but functional giant civilization emerges. After years, biology adjusts. Hearts strengthen. Bones become denser. Lungs grow more efficient. Muscle mass stabilizes. Humanity becomes a new species. A deeper voices. A enhanced endurance. A superior night vision. A thicker skin. A slower metabolism. We evolve into true titans. Now, imagine thousands of years later. A new civilization thrives. giant humans living in harmony with open landscapes. Cities are vast open-air complexes. Agriculture is reinvented. Animals adapt. Ecosystems stabilize around the new apex species. Humanity becomes Earth's gentle colossus, not a destroyer. So, what if all humans grew to 3 to 5 meters tall? At first, civilization collapses. Billions might not survive. The world plunges into darkness and chaos. But in the long term, humans evolve, rebuild, and thrive as a new species of giants. The question isn't whether we could survive. It's whether we could adapt fast enough to deserve this new world.